What's up, YouTube? I'm going to show you how to fix a broken takedown pin on a Ruger LCP. Seems to be an issue that some people are having with their LCPs. I don't think it's super common, but it can be a pain to fix if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really not too hard. You'll see right here, that's where the head of the takedown pin should be. I was at the range a couple weeks ago shooting, and I looked down and noticed, hey, the head of my takedown pin is missing. Luckily, the gun still functions just fine in this condition. The slide still operates normally. The gun will fire. Just so you know, the gun isn't loaded, no magazine. You can see the chamber's empty. So yeah, the gun still operates fine, but obviously right now, in this condition, you can't take it down to clean it or service it. So I contacted Ruger. They said I could send it to them. They'd fix it, send it back, no problem. But I said, no, I don't want to be without the gun. Why don't you just send me the part, and I'll do it myself. So today I'm going to show you how to do that, how to extract the rest of the pin that's still inside of there, because it can be kind of tricky if you don't know what you're doing. It's really not too hard. All you're going to need are the gun with the broken takedown pin, a pin of some sort. This is like a hat pin. This one I think is from a Corsage. Some type of pick tool. This is an old dentist pick, courtesy of my father-in-law. Thank you. And needle nose pliers. Pretty simple stuff. If you don't have a dental pick, you could use an awl, maybe even a real small flat screwdriver. Just anything that you can use to pry a little bit. And I'll show you that in just a minute here. So what I'm going to do is place the LCP in a vise that's protected with some nice dirty rags here, and obviously you don't want to crank it down too tight. You just want to hold it, snug. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to break the gun. So that's it. You can see it's not real tight in there. It's just kind of tight enough so that's going to hold it in place without hurting it. And what I'm going to do, let me take this out again for a second. In order to get out the remainder of the broken takedown pin that's in there, what you need to do is push it out from the opposite side here, and that's where this pin comes into place. And if you look closely in this little channel between the slide and the frame, if you put the pin here in this channel and run it down, you'll feel it kind of click into place. And if you look closely, it's going to be hard to see it on the camera, but if you look closely, you can actually see the end of the pin. So here's the pin coming through this side. The end of the pin, you can actually see it if you look in that little gap between the slide and the frame. On mine, it looks like it's right underneath the E, kind of right between the E and the S in Prescott. That's where the end of that pin is. So what you're going to do is use your hat pin or any type of pin you have here to press through. You're going to press the pin out from this side. Let me give you another camera angle. See it right there? You can see it, where the end of the pin is located on mine. But of course, you can't just press it out easily, because on the other side of the gun, there is a retaining spring right here. It's going to be hard to see. Let me see if I can get it close there. There you go. You see right there? There's a little metal retaining spring that blocks the end of the pin, and that's where the dental pick comes in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the dental pick to hold the retaining spring down out of the way, like that, and then I'm going to push the pin through from the other side. Now, of course, you need 3 hands to do that, or vise. So here we go. I'll drop the gun in the vise. Again, tighten it down just enough so that it's holding it in place. You don't want to over tighten it and break it. I already have my pin in place on the other side here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, see if I can get it zoomed in here so you can see what I'm doing. Bear with me for a moment here. Sorry, amateur. See if we can get this thing to focus. I think that's going to be about the best I can get right there. There we go. Not terrible. Okay. So I'm going to use my dental pick. I'm going to hold down on this retaining spring, try to pull it out of the way a little bit, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to use my other finger on the other side here to push the pin through from the other side. And there you go, it's starting to come. I slipped off, so I'm going to try again. Push the pin down, and there you go. See it? It's coming through, and there it is. The pin has started to push through. You can just keep pushing it through. You know what? I guess I don't really even need the needle nose pliers because I pushed it out far enough. Now I can grab it with my fingers and just pull it the rest of the way out. You'll see the slider start to come forward. I'm going to remove my pin from the other side. Remove the takedown pin. And there it is. The gun can now come apart. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the video.